Peace and love, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back to Read and Learn with T. Marie. You know that's me. Holy Bible reading time, repetition of laws, repeat yourself. That's what we're doing today. We're back with the Holy Bible reading and continuing on with the fifth and final book of Moses, Deuteronomy. And yeah, I read chapters 16 and 17 last video. And we know what it is. We know what it is. 16, they were talking about the month of the month of Abid or Abid, yeah. And just the importance of keeping the Passover and the feast of weeks and the feast of the tabernacle and just all of God's requirements, the Lord's requirements of he didn't want those groves planted near the altar because that was considered idolatry and stuff like that. So anybody who comes forth with that type of energy, they gotta go. You don't want that around. And with the feast and stuff, he didn't want anybody to nobody appears empty-handed. If you're gonna come to the feast, you better come with something. Don't come empty-handed. You know. I guess that's why today, like, I don't go to a lot of events because I am always empty-handed. 9 times out of 10, I'm empty-handed and I got my hand out. So God wouldn't like me back in the day. He wouldn't like me. But he still loves me. It's possible to love somebody but not like them too much. So as long as he loves me, then that's all that matters. So yeah, that was 16. And then 17, we just got into like the what is it? The like the sacrifices and stuff like that, the things without blemish. What is it? The animals, sacrificing animals without blemish, and how to handle the wickedness and the idolatry and you know, 17, I didn't really study that one too much, but when a king is chosen, the king has to be like chosen in front of the people, and then after that king's chosen, then he's got to study the law, study the law so that way he gets it right and he knows how to lead the people. So yeah, that's what those chapters were. And so let's see, what am I going to do today? I'm going to do a couple of chapters because I am still at work right now, like on the clock type stuff. So, but I figured it's a bit slow here, so might as well get it done so that way I can, go home right after I'm done. I usually stay a little longer after I clock out from work, so I can do these things. So now I'll be able to just go straight home, and, get a walk in before the blasting sun comes up. 'Cause once that sun comes up, I'm like, oh, I don't want to go outside and do nothing. But it'll be good for me to get out before that hot sun. Chapter 18. Oh, and I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are, well rested. Woke up on the right side of the bed, or you're getting ready to go to bed on the right side of the bed. You're grounded, you're centered, you got something good up in your belly, and you got a little positive mind frame going on. And yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Chapter 18. The priests, the Levites, and all the tribe of Levi shall have no part nor inheritance with Israel. They shall eat the offerings of the Lord made by fire in his inheritance. Therefore shall they have no inheritance among their brethren. The Lord is their inheritance, as he hath said unto them. And this shall be the priest's due from the people, from them that offer a sacrifice, whether it be ox or sheep, and they shall give unto the priest the shoulder and the two cheeks and the maw. The first fruit also of thy corn, of thy wine, and of thine oil, and the first of the fleece of thy sheep shalt thou give him. For the Lord thy God hath chosen him out of all thy tribes to stand to minister in the name of the Lord, him and his sons forever. And if a Levite come from any of the gates out of Israel, out of all Israel, where he sojourn and come with all the desire of his mind unto the place which the Lord shall choose, then he shall minister in the name of the Lord his God, as all his brethren the Levites do, which stand there before the Lord. They shall have like portions to eat, beside that which cometh of the sale of his patrimony. When thou art come into the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of these nations. There shall not be found among you any one that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord. And because of these abominations, the Lord thy God doth drive them out from before thee. Thou shalt be perfect with the Lord thy God. For these nations which thou shalt possess, hearkened unto observers of times and unto diviners. But as for thee, the Lord thy God hath not suffered thee to do so. The Lord thy God will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren like unto me, unto him ye shall hearken. According to all that thou desiredst of the Lord thy God in Horeb in the day of the assembly, saying, Let me not hear again the voice of the Lord my God, neither let me see this great fire any more, that I die not. And the Lord said unto me, That have well spoken that which they have spoken. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it from him. I will require it of him. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, for that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die. And if thou say in thine heart, How shall we know the word which the Lord hath not spoken? When a prophet speaketh in the name of the Lord, if the thing follow not nor come to pass, that is the thing which the Lord hath not spoken, but the prophet hath spoken it presumptuously. Thou shalt not be afraid of him. That was chapter 18. Yep. I was thinking about something silly the other day, or not the other day, earlier today, really. That a lot of people spend a lot of time like quoting like the inspirational scriptures from the Bible. I would like to normalize um normalize reciting like the messed up scriptures, like the scriptures of the circumcision and stuff like that. Let's normalize repeating those scriptures to the public. That's because those are lessons learned, man. They teach you lessons, you know what I mean? Let's stop. I mean, let's not stop it, but let's normalize saying all the messed up scriptures and the good ones, you know? All right, I'm gonna do one more chapter 19. That was a random thought right there. Sorry about that. No, I'm not sorry. When the Lord thy God hath cut off the nations, whose land the Lord thy God giveth thee, and thou succeeded them, and dwellest in their cities and in their houses. Thou shalt separate 3 cities for thee in the midst of thy land, which the Lord thy God giveth thee to possess it. Thou shalt prepare thee a way and divide the coast of thy land, which the Lord thy God giveth thee to inherit, into 3 parts, that every slayer may flee thither. And this is the case of the slayer, which shall flee thither, that he may live, whoso killeth his neighbor ignorantly, whom he hated not in time past. As when a man goeth into the wood with his neighbor to hew wood, and his hand fetch the stroke with the axe to cut down the tree, and the head slippeth from the helve, and lighteth upon his neighbor, that he die, he shall flee unto one of those cities and live. Lest the avenger of the blood pursue the slayer, while his heart is hot, and overtake him, because the way is wrong, and slay him, whereas he was not worthy of death. Wait, he was not worried about death, inasmuch as he hated him not in time past. Like that quote right there. Like we need to normalize reciting that quote right there, because that's deep and dark, and everybody needs to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Wherefore I commanded thee, wherefore I command thee, saying, Thou shalt separate 3 cities for thee. And if the Lord thy God enlarge thy coasts, as he hath sworn unto thy fathers, and give thee all the land which he promised to give to thy fathers. I heard something. If thou shalt keep all the commandments to do them, which I command thee this day, to love the Lord thy God, and to walk ever in his ways, then shalt thou add 3 cities more for thee, beside these 3. That innocent blood be not shed in thy land, which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance, and so blood be upon thee. But if any man hate his neighbor, and lie in wait for him, and rise up against him, and smite him mortally, that he die, and fleeth unto one of these cities, then the elders of the city shall send and fetch him thence, and deliver him into the hand of the avenger of blood, that he may die. Thine eye shall not pity him, but thou shalt put away the guilt of innocent blood from Israel, that it may go well with thee. See, stuff like that. Thou shalt not remove thy neighbor's landmark, which thy of old time have set in thine inheritance, which thou shalt inherit in the land that the Lord thy God giveth thee to possess it. One witness shall not rise up against a man for any iniquity, or for any sin, in any sin that he sinneth. At the mouth of 2 witnesses, or at the mouth of 3 witnesses, shall the matter be established. If a false witness rise up against any man to testify against him that which is wrong, then both the men between whom the controversy is shall stand before the Lord, before the priests and the judges, which shall be in those days. And the judges shall make diligent inquisition, and behold, if the witness be a false witness, and hath testified falsely against his brother, then thou shalt do unto him as he hath thought to have done unto his brother. So shalt thou put the evil away from among you. And those which remain shall hear and fear, and shall henceforth commit no more any such evil among you. And thine eye shall not pity, but life shall go for life, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, hand for hand, and foot for foot. Amen. Amen. I think they kind of, reading that again. Let me just say that again. Then shall ye do unto him as he had thought to have done unto his brother, so shalt thou put the evil away from among you. It makes me think of Cain and Abel, how he killed his brother. There wasn't any laws back then, so Cain couldn't get the punishment that he should have gotten. All right, I'm stopping there. That's it. Chapter 20 is where we'll continue on next video. I hope you guys enjoyed those videos. I am really glad I got that over with. I get to go home and take my little morning walk when it's still some type of breeze out. So that's exciting to me. But if you guys enjoyed those chapters, please like, comment, share this video with your mama, your grandma, your daddy, your pappy, your grandpappy, all of them. And yeah, if this is your first time reading or listening to the Bible, you are not alone. I am also there with you, okay? So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace and love. Bye bye.